Not just teams, but I'm also very upset. I'm upset that one of my best friends had 3 Chargers going against me when the Chargers were actually on TV. I'm also upset that our piece of crap quarterback, Phillip Rivers, throws for a personal record, 500 yards against me. So that's his personal best the week he's playing me. And guess what else? Loses the game. He could have walked into the end zone. But no, because he's Phillip Rivers, he wanted to throw to Antonio Gates with double coverage. Why not, right? And then, still get marked like 20 bajillion points against me. Because that's just week 6. That's how week 6 went. 0-5 teams, they all won. Rams rule. They won. They're in first place now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. In the interest of time, I'll now sum up each game with one sentence about each team, why they won and why they lost. Chip Kelly slaves, why they lost. Because my entire team scored 1 touchdown. Week06 showed. They won because Chargers players hate me and they put up 53 points. Rams rule, why they won. Because Stafford was playing the Bears. Where's the Beat Brady? Why they lost. Because Rams rule were playing him and they're a statistical anomaly. Dingleberries, why they lost. Because Cobb and Lacey were on crystal meth. With my nipples, why they won. Because Yahoo wanted him to be able to use his trash talk generator at least 1 week. Q-Live Jew, why they won. Q-Live Jew is the most educated person in this league, and he did research. Huevos, why they lost. Because his team name should actually be Los Huevos. Raging Ray Rice, why they won. According to Madden, his team won because they scored a greater number of points than his opponent. Greg's Splendid Team, why they lost. Jordan Matthews, that's why. So here are your Week 6 power rankings. Still at number 1 is the Dingleberries. Now, even with Cobb and Lacey not looking too good this year, he just has enough depth so he can get by. He's got Devonta Freeman and Todd Gurley now starting as his running backs, and he's got more help on the bench. That's just how it is in fantasy. When your guys go down or they're not doing well, you got to have the depth to back it up, and that's why he's the number 1 ranked team still. Where's Beat Brady? He's only had 2 transactions on the year, and that's just because his team has held up. He's been injury-free for the most part, and he's doing well because of it. He could probably use a better flex player than what he's got going on there, but maybe he'll find some help on the waivers. Raging Ray Rice, his team moves up, and it's because of his wide receivers. He's got the best in the league. He's got Odell Beckham, Fitzgerald, and Steve Smith, who's now healthy again, and he even picked up Allen Hurns, which is a great pickup because he's looking good in Jacksonville. Needs a little bit of help at running back. He's got Chris Johnson, and then all the good running backs from last year are kind of having meh years, boomer bust. So that's why I have him at 3. Greg's Splendid Team, I moved them down. They're now tied for 4th with the Huevos, 2Live Jew, and Week06 Chode, all at 20 points. He's down because Jamal Charles got hurt, obviously, but he has enough depth so his team can still make up for it. And he picked up Barnage, who's looking like a really good tight end this year. Huevos also tied with all of them. I have him at 5th. He's got a tough running back situation with Hill sucking and Geldon getting hurt, and Evans kind of been a bust for him this year. He's having that sophomore slump. But he's got Hopkins and Julio Jones, which is keeping him at number 5. The 2Live Jew, this is another really good team that doesn't have the record to back it up, and he really should. He's got Lynch back now, and with the new coach, Tannehill, and a new offensive coordinator for Tannehill and Landry, I think they're going to be putting up a lot more points for him. I have Week06 Chode moving up. That's because he's got Gates back now, and he's just back and better than ever. As always, probably taking the roids or something. He's also got Arian Foster working out for him. So Chode moves up a little bit. I even have With My Nipples moving up. And before you guys laugh at me, here's why. Luck is looking good. He looks like he's rebounded. He's also got Martavius Bryant, who he stashed on the bench for a long-ass time, and he had a great week last week. And he even picked up Brandon LaFell. So his team's looking better going forward. I got myself tied for last. Well, I have myself at 9th ahead of Rams Rule. And that's because my wide receiver situation is just garbage. My best wide receiver is Marius Thomas, and he's got Peyton Manning throwing to him. Cooks hasn't been good. Wright hasn't done anything for me, and I don't have much help on the bench with that. My running backs are solid: Le'Veon Bell, Lamar Miller, and Dion Lewis. But unfortunately, in this league, you can only start 2 running backs. And Russell Wilson's been okay for me. And Rams rule, this is the weirdest thing. I have them at last place. Yes, I know they are in first place. But they need so much help. They need help at running back. They need a little bit of help at wide receiver. They could probably use a better quarterback. He's just got to pray that he holds on long enough and Des Bryant comes back either next week or the following week. And maybe Roethlisberger will come back too. But he's winning those games. He's got luck on his side.
You still watching this? You can turn it off now.